Hey guys, welcome back to my Facebook page and also for YouTube channel if you're watching this in YouTube. If you have been following me, I just recently got my visa for Milan because I applied for Schengen visa through Milan. So you can apply Schengen visa anywhere in Schengen country, but in my case, I apply in Milan. So I have here a list of requirements that I got from internet. Aside from the requirements na nandito, meron din mga kinuha sa akin na wala dito sa listahan. What I'm going to share to you is the requirements na kinuha nila sa akin, and just a disclaimer, I cannot guarantee na even if you submitted all these requirements is maaprubahan ang inyong visa. But in my case, alhamdulillah, I got my visa and I'm very happy na they gave me the visa. So I got 1 month visa for Shenzhen, multi-entry, and I can stay 15 days for each travel na gagawin ko. But for 1 month, I can use this visa going in and going out. But the maximum stay per trip is 15 days. So, medyo magulo but yes, that's it. Okay, so let's start for the very basic. You have to make sure na meron kang visa or like meron kang appointment doon sa visa processing. Okay, so visa processing, sila yung magmamanage or magpa-process ng lahat ng requirements mo. This is not the embassy. This is just the visa processing area. You can create your account there, sign in, and then register based on the dates na meron ka. Okay? I mean, based on the dates na gusto mong mag-book. Pero make sure na medyo malayo pa yun sa inyong flight date kasi nga baka mamaya matagalan yung process ng inyong visa. So, but we can discuss that later on. Again, visa appointment, kailangan nyo yan. So, there are two options para sa visa appointment. Number one is yung regular or yung economy, which requires you to pay 80 to 85 reals, if I remember it correctly. And there's BIP, which is the one na kinuha ko. Kasi nga, I just want to make sure na maasikaso ako ng maayos. And at the same time, I'm not rushing kasi wala masyadong mga nag-a-avail ng BIP. Okay? So, yeah. So, it's either you want the economy one, the normal one, which is 80 to 85, or you want the BIP, which is the 364, including VAT. Okay? So, that's the first requirements. So the next requirements na kailangan sa'yo is the passport. Okay. So, passport, kailangan ito. At least, meron kayong 3 months na validity upon your return dito sa original country, which is Saudi Arabia or Jeddah. Kailangan nyo rin ito i-photocopy. Yung first page lang nung passport ninyo. And kapag meron kayong mga previous na Schengen visa, kailangan nyo rin yung i-photocopy. UK or US visa, kailangan nyo rin i-attach yan. Okay? And then, also, kailangan nyo rin ng 2 pieces ng passport style na picture. So, 2 piraso lang to. Dapat white background. Pwede mag-smile pero wag ipakita ngipin. I mean, alam naman yan ng mga nagkukuha ng mga picture sa studio. Next is the original copy of your ikama. Okay? Pero, photocopy lang pala to, hindi yung original mismo. So, ipo-photocopy niyo yung ikama ninyo, but kasi Arabic tong ikama natin, right? So, they are not accepting this. Dapat naka-translate siya. And here in Saudi Arabia, here in Jeddah actually specifically, marami dito nagta-translate ng ikama. But this, in my case, yung pinuntahan ko is si Dr. Talal Ibrahim office. Nandito sila sa Jeddah and they did the translation for me. So, ganito yung magiging itsura ng translation ng ating ikama. So yes, yan ikama and dapat naka-translate siya. And next one dito is flight reservation. So again, kailangan yung bibilhin ninyo na ticket is confirmed. Hindi siya reserve lang. Okay, let me very clear about that. Pero make sure na cancelable yung flight ninyo or pwede i-rebook. In my case, confirmed flight ito, pero rebookable siya with the charge of 300. And ipapa-cancel ko naman is same charge din. So, flight ticket or flight information, confirmed flight information. Next is hotel booking. So, isa sa mga kinukuhang requirement is yung hotel booking ninyo kung saan kayo mag-i-stay. Sa booking.com, marami kayo doon makikitang mga mura and hindi siya kailangan bayaran pero confirm siya. Okay? So, gaya na for example, ito binook ko siya, confirm siya pero yung payment is upon check-in, yung payment. And also it's cancelable. Let's say yung flight ko or yung dapat na check-in ko is on 5th of June, pwede pa siya i-cancel ng June 2 without any charges. Pero kapag hindi ko siya kinancel, doon sa June 2, lumampas na ako doon like June 3 na, wala na. I-charge nila ako ng first day nung cost nung hotel. First day lang, hindi yung buong amount. Okay? Because in your booking.com account, di ba meron kayo doon mga credit card information or like bank information na nilalagay, right? So, i-charge nila doon direct kapag hindi mo siya kinancel. So, be very vigilant or careful about that. Also, meron kayong ditong proof of travel medical insurance. Okay, covering the entire period of intended stay, valid for all Schengen states. So here, ito yung example ng insurance ko. So sa online, you can just type there Schengen insurance and makikita nyo na doon. And you can just fill out that information and ang pinaka-cheapest is 85 reals. If I remember it correctly, 85. And it can cover up to 30,000 euros. So ito yung pinaka-basic na requirements nila. Dapat yung Schengen insurance mo is at least minimum of 30,000 euro yung coverage niya sa'yo. So that's the travel or medical insurance. Bank statement. Next is the bank statement. So, dalawa yung pinrint ko na bank statement ko. What I mean is dalawa yung information ng account ko na pinrint ko. First, I printed yung balance certificate ko. Kasi kinuha rin to sa akin yung balance certificate. Yung balance certificate is pwede nyo siyang i-access through your application sa banko niyo, or you can go online, log in and just print it, download it. Or you can go to the kiosk, yung kiosk mismo na hindi nilalagyan ng pera. Kasi dito, sa Saudi Arabia, meron isang parang kiosk that you can print your bank statement. Pero hindi siya libre may bayad po to siya. So depende kung ilang pages yung ipiprint mo, yun din yung i-charge sa'yo. Yun sa kaibigan ko, na-charge siya ng 22 reals for 40 pages, if I'm not mistaken. But it's not free. But if you just download it, and kung may printer naman kayo, through application, download mo siya and you can print it. So that's balance certificate. So balance certificate is just 2 pages. Kasi dito, nakalagay lang dito kung kailan na-open yung account mo, ano ICAMA number, magkano yung balance na meron ka dito sa account mo na ito. So that's the balance certificate. The statement of accounts is a different story. Although nandito yung pinaka main balance mo, pero here makikita mo talaga dito or makikita nila dito yung magkano yung pumapasok na salary mo, specific amount, magkano yung nawi-withdraw, magkano yung nagagastos daily. Okay? So statement of account for at least 3 to 6 months. Pero yung sa akin kasi yung pinrent ko is 6 months just to make sure. But during the application, yung hinighlight lang nung nagpa-process ng application ko is yung 3 months lang. Additional tip ko is make sure na ah, hindi isang bagsakan yung pera na papasok dito sa account ninyo kasi masisilip nila yan. As much as possible, yung makikita nila dito dapat yung mismong salary deposit ng agency or ng company ninyo. Okay? So that's for my balance certificate and statement of account. Also, here in the requirement list, hindi siya sinabi doon, pero nagprint ako ng payroll ko kasi yung payroll can help the processor or kung sino yung nagpa-process na ikumpara yung salary mo, yung payroll slip, doon sa salary na pumasok sa inyo. Kasi magmamatch yan siya unless hindi siya magmamatch, medyo questionable yon. So, 6 months din yung pinrint ko na payslip ko together with my statement of account and balance certificate. So, yan yung isa sa mga requirements. Okay. Next, copy of exit and re-entry for non-Saudi citizens. So, ito yung exit and re-entry visa. So, kailangan din to. In my case, ni-request ko lang to sa HR namin na mag-provide sila sa akin ng exit re-entry, and that's it. I'm not sure if you are not employed kung paano yung process, pero as an employee, you can ask your support. You can ask a support from your HR pagdating sa exit and re-entry visa. Again, so that's the requirement. That's one of the requirements. For the employed applicants, which is tulad ko, dapat mag-provide din kayo ng letter. So this letter is kahit ikaw na yung gumawa, pero dapat ang nilalaman niya is sounds na parang yung company mo ang nagsumusulat. For example, I'm writing to certify that, for example, Imran is employed in our company with this salary since ganito yung year and ganito yung existing contract niya sa amin. Please allow him to process the visa, and we are guaranteeing him to come back and continue his job with us. So, it sounds like yung company mo yung nagre-request ng visa, and also dapat naka-chamberize ito. So, dapat chamberize yung letter na ito. Okay? So, ito yung code and chambered record. When I was there, hinanapan ako ng same letter na hindi chamberized. Kumbaga, yung mismong letterhead ng company namin with stamp and signature ng HR. So, what happened to me is that after niya i-process, sabi niya, I'll give you 1 hour para bumalik and ibigay mo sa akin yung same letter pero with a company letterhead. So, the reason why I'm telling you this is mag-prepare na kayo ng isang chamberized at isang with company letterhead lang. Para lang make sure na hindi na kayo mapapauwi and mapapaprocess. What if wala yung HR? 'Di ba? Walang magpa-process. So, wala ngayon. Magpapa-reschedule ka or depends kung ano yung sasabihin niya sa'yo. So, for self-employed applicants, meron din ditong mga saad na mga requirements. But I will not tackle that kasi yung ibibigay ko lang sa inyo is yung personal experience ko as an employee. Meron din dito retired applicants, unemployed applicants. So iba yung mga requirements nila. Okay? So also isa sa mga hinahanap na requirement doon is yung application form, which is very important. May link doon sa Schengen Visa. I-type nyo lang application form for Schengen Visa, and makikita nito yung soft copy that you can download and fill out the information. So, dapat i-fill out ninyo all the information necessary here, and make sure na correct lahat ng information, double check ninyo, and para hindi kayo maaberya dun sa pag-a-apply ninyo. I'm going to make a tutorial about this kasi medyo maproseso talaga ito. Maraming information dito na kailangan nyo yung i-fill out. But what I'm telling to you right now is just a requirements. So isa ito sa nire-required nila yung application form. Okay? Meron din akong ilalagay na link sa description box where you can download this para easy access sa inyo, okay? But feel free to leave a comment kung meron kayong mga question or if you want help, then I will be more than happy to assist you. Okay, next one is letter of intent. So sa letter of intent is like your cover letter. So nakasaad dito yung like yung mga requirements na i-attach ninyo, kung anong yung mga lahat ng binanggit ko na yon nandito. So here, parang magsusulat ka or gagawa ka ng letter for your intent to apply for a visa. For example, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to apply for a Schengen visa, blah, 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 with this particular dates. And attached here is the requirements. And also, you're going to say dito kung ano yung reason bakit ka magbabakasyon, and make sure na very honest ka dito kasi marami na ngayong dinideny na application because of the medyo questionable kasi maraming ang nagko-cross country, and once na nakapunta na sila ng let's say Milan, hindi na sila babalik. Nandun na sila, hindi na sila aalis. So yeah. Also, one of the requirements na kinuha or dapat i-prepare mo kasi kinuha rin to sa akin, wala ito sa lista, is yung itinerary mo. So dito sa itinerary, let's say for example, meron kang 5 days travel, dapat per day, dapat lagay ko ano yung mga activities mo dito. Let's say for example, for me on day 1, breakfast ako sa ganitong restaurant, magpupunta ako sa ganitong tourist spot. For day 2, day 3, so dapat naka-itemize talaga yan. I can also share to you a sample of this form just for you to be for your reference. So that's that. Also, one of the requirements na hiningi sa akin is yung mukim. Mukim is like a record ng iyong employment. Okay, so nakalagay dito yung passport information, ikama information, or information, and also information ng inyong employer. So you cannot process this alone. Hindi ko lang sure, pero I processed this through the HR support. So nag-ask ako ng request from our HR team or HR person to provide me the mukim. Okay? Next is the contract. So kinuha rin sa akin ito, employment contract. So employment contract can be downloaded through Kiwa lang. So hindi na kailangan na sa company mo to kukunin kasi yung contract natin dito sa Saudi Arabia is, 'di ba, naka-record niya sa Kiwa. So you can just access there. Make sure, number 1, tama yung information na nandoon. Let's say for example, yung name mo, yung position mo, yung salary mo, and anything related to your employment records. So dapat magma-match siya. Kasi pag nakita nila, let's say for example, sa ikama mo nakalagay is waiter. Pagdating dito sa mukim mo, for example, is iba yung position mo, let's say manager. And it's a question, okay? So make sure na i-double check ninyo kung ano talaga yung nasa kontrata ninyo. So be very careful of that. Aside from that, hiningi rin sa akin yung company ID ko. Ayan, so pinrovide ko rin yung company ID ko, front and back. And lastly, nag-provide din ako ng credit card information and also yung current bill ng aking credit card. Kasi this will add support na kaya mong suportahan ng sarili mo while you are doing your tour or while you are in Schengen. And yes, so I guess nasabi ko na lahat ng mga requirements na kinuha sa akin. Disclaimer lang, I cannot guarantee na ma-approve kayo. What what I just shared you is yung mga information or mga requirements na kinuha sa akin, and why not? Maybe inshallah, maswerte kayo at makuha niyo yung visa um, na ina-apply ninyo. Okay? So, once again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please, thumbs up or follow and subscribe para naman madagdagan yung aking mga followers. And at the same time, kapag talagang medyo galante kayo, leave some stars sa Facebook. And yeah, feel free to comment in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to assist you or like guide you, give all the information that I know just for you to assist you. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and see you again. Bye.